I'm thrilled he's back on the show. I've been interviewing him since he was a young comedian on the rise. Now he's making movies with The Rock. He's got TV shows. He's doing stand-up tours. I'm delighted for his success. He deserves it. It's Mr. Jack Whitehall, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Jack, it's great to have you back.
Hello, wonderful to be back.
Well, hey, congratulations on the Brits. Did you see the Brit Awards, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! And now, how do you pitch that these days? Because do you have to run the gags past the performers to let you know what you can say about them, or do you soften it compared to your normal material?
Actually, the whole thing is about hiding every joke from the performers. I have to do a rehearsal in the day, and genuinely, I have to do a fake script. Wow. Because if they hear any of the jokes, they try to cut them. So, you know, all of a sudden, George Ezra's manager is running over to you and going, "You cannot call my client a less edgy Chesney Hawkes." And I'm like, OK, no, I won't do that. I'll think of another way to insult him on the night.
But you get to perform with people a little bit. I know it's Hugh Jackman who did the amazing performance at the beginning.
Yeah.
From The Great Showman. And you got to join in with that, didn't you?
Yeah, I got to join in with that. But initially, I was going to sing. They were like, "Would you like to open the show with Hugh Jackman?" I was like, oh, my God, yes, that would be amazing.
So have you got a good voice?
No, well, I thought I did. And they gave me that solo, the Kiala solo in that song, which is like Whitney levels of high pitch. Yeah. It's so difficult. But I went off, I went to a sound studio, I recorded my voice, I laid it all down, and I got to the rehearsal, and I went, OK, so when's my bit? And they went, "We're going to have you dancing at the back now." And we cut completely.
Well, we need to hear about that now. Come on, we want to hear a little bit of that. Come on, just a tiny bit. A tiny bit. How does it go?
This is the greatest show! Why did I do that? Why did I do that? The minute it started, I was like, I'm not confident in this. That's why they cut me.
Now, you're about to go on tour again. You're about to do live stand-up.
Yeah.
And this kind of ties into the whole Brits thing about the material you can do, because has it changed much? These days, so many people are on Twitter, they're on social media now, and if someone says a joke they don't like, they will perhaps quite rightly point it out. And I wonder whether you have to bear that in mind when you're writing new material. Are you now second-guessing what you can and can't say?
A little bit. I don't think I'm like an offensive or an edgy comedian particularly, but I definitely think it's slightly more sensitive now when you're doing jokes on stage and what people might be offended by. I'm slightly liberated by the fact that now that they can dig into your past and find, like, tweets from 10 years ago, I've probably already told the joke that's going to bring me down. So I may as well just get on with it and say what I like. I had it recently, actually. You know the way now you need to use the right pronoun if you're talking to someone that is...
You have to check what pronoun someone wants you to use.
You need to be respectful.
Yeah.
No he or she, them or they.
If that's what they want, yeah.
Yeah, but why is it when you're then in a situation, your whole vocabulary goes? Because I went into a shop and there was someone there and I was like, I need to use a gender-neutral pronoun, and the only gender-neutral pronoun I could think of in the moment was you. How weird did that make me sound to someone I've never met before in my life? Hello, you.
But you were trying to do the right thing.
I was trying to do the right thing.
And that's what's important there,
yes.
I think. You've upset royalty, I believe, at some... Were you doing a private...
Oh, no, that was awful. Not awful, obviously. It was an honour to be asked to do the Christmas party of Prince Charles. I did Prince Charles's Christmas party.
Oh, yeah, now, this is a weird thing. So
it's so weird. Kensington Palace, his staff, and he throws them a Christmas party each year, and he books entertainment each year for his staff, and I was the entertainment that year. It's the weirdest gig ever. I walk out, first thing that's weird, they're sat in the front row, Charles and Camilla, in thrones.
Wow.
Which is like, I mean, we get it, you're royalty, but do you need to be in it? Like, it would be weirder if I'd gone out and they'd been, like, spooning on a beanbag. Yeah. But they're somewhere in between. And also, don't sit in the front row, because that is your get-out-of-jail-free card as a comic.
You pick on the front row if you want to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go, you know, ask them what they do for a living. I can't ask Prince Charles what he does for a living. He is the most famous unemployed man on the planet. And then the worst bit was as I walked off, because no one was applauding. It was the worst review I've ever got. I heard Charles turn to Camilla as I was leaving the stage, and he went, "I think next year we'll try a magician."
Oh, dear. Well, Well, you tried, though. Once again, you tried.
I tried.
You're a tryer.
I tried.
That's what we say about you.
There goes the knighthood.
OK. But haven't you got form with the royal family, though? Because haven't you also upset Prince Harry?
No. No, I don't think I upset him. I was being really nice.
OK.
I was at the Royal Variety Show.
It looks like he's calling security right there.
No. I said to him, I was being nice. I said how brave it was for him to go to Afghanistan.
Well, that's quite a nice thing, I suppose.
A ginger in that heat. That's not offensive. That's a genuine... Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought I was being really nice. No. I didn't get an invite to the wedding. It was gutting.
On next week's show, could we start with a magician, maybe?
No, I tried my best, but that joke, admittedly, on the night did go down like a dead corgi.
Well, speaking of...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh, no! I'm so sorry.
Look what you've done.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
What you've done now.
I didn't mean to.
And the size of those ears, there's no way he didn't hear that.
It's the Prince Charles of dogs.
Yeah.
No.
OK, let me ask you about America, because I love the stuff you do with your father. I don't know if you've seen it, but Jack does a lot of stuff with his dad. You do a talk show with him, you've done travel shows with him, and you're doing more travel shows with him, I believe.
Yes, I've just been travelling around America with him. I've previously gone to Southeast Asia with him, and I went to Eastern Europe with him. And in America, I was like, oh, it's going to be better because there'll be no language barrier. That'll make it easier to travel. And then I've realised that with someone like my dad, he's actually better behind a language barrier, because when people can understand what he says, that is way more stressful. You want to take him to places where they have no English whatsoever, and it's so much easier. In America, he's so rude to everyone.
But he looks quite friendly. He looks like a sweet old turtle or something.
No, he doesn't. He can't smile. Even when he smiles, it looks like he's farted and followed through. Yeah. He doesn't like smiling and friendliness. He's a grumpy guy. There's nothing wrong with that. I took him to a shop in America. We went in there, and there was a man who was just being nice, because when you go into shops in America, people are nice. And he came up to me, he was like, hey, buddy, how's your day going? And my dad went, I'm here to buy a shirt, not make a friend.
But he obviously, you know what I find sweet about this? Because obviously he knows what he's getting himself into, and he said he must really love having the chance to spend this much time with you.
Yeah, he loves it, and also we spend all that time together, and he was very reluctant. Like, he never wanted to do it, and he never wanted to really be on TV or be in the public eye at all. I feel so happy when I see people go up and appreciate him, and they really do. And he's the star of it. I'm just the straight man. Actually, I'm not even just the straight man. I overheard in a hotel in America, someone had walked past my dad and said, oh, that's the guy from the show. And his friend, another American friend, had no idea what our show was, so he was trying to explain our show to his American friend. It's about this esteemed English actor from the 1950s who travels around the world with his doofus son. Great, that's what I am.
But, you
now.
know, I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way, really.
No,
You'd like him to get
not
the point.
at all.
Now, it seems to me you're doing pretty well out there, and it's harder for an English performer to make it out than people think. You're making movies, you've got a TV show which is sort of... Is that The Bounty Hunter, which is on Sky One over here? It's you and Rosie Perez. Is that shown on American TV as well?
I think it will be at some point, yes. That is... She has a big fan base over there, Rosie Perez. She's amazing, so this is... Bounty Hunters that we do together. It's kind of odd couple comedy.
It's a really fun show. You've just done the second series. You're just about to start over here.
Yeah.
Let's see a clip. This is Bounty Hunters, which is back on Sky One Wednesday nights 10 p.m. I've loved the first series. I'm really looking forward to the second series. Have a look at this.
Yeah, I love writing. The problem with when you write something like that as well is then when you get to the set and you've written something ridiculous that then you're doing and people are like, you only have yourself to blame. There's a scene in that first episode where I'm stripped down and thrown through a wall and I'm suspended through a wall with my arse out during a fight sequence. And I wrote that and then I had to do it. Although for the first time it wasn't my arse. They got a body double. This is so awful, OK? They hired this guy. He arrived at set before me. They stripped him down. They looked at him. He was covered in hair, so they then waxed him. Wow. Then I arrived. I got ready. They saw that I am very, very hairy. And without my knowledge, they fired the guy. Oh. I was like, no, get him back. I will shave myself to make myself look like the double. Because otherwise, that is the worst morning ever. You're hired, and for an hour, you're taken somewhere, shaved, and then fired. That is a bad morning's work.
And were you waxed or were you shaved?
I was shaved. I don't know why. That is too much detail. I was shaved, manscaped.
Because waxing would be painful.
Yes, and also it's deceptively. I mean, this is far too much detail. Deceptively hairy, though. I look like Rag and Bone Man. It's like I don't know why I said that.
You look like what's it, Mr. Tumnus from the waist
Mr.
down.
Tumnus from the waist down. It's like I'm wearing woolen shorts.
Jay, it's great to have you here. You're going to stay around for the rest of the show.
I would love to stay
Mr.
around.
Jack Whitehall,
Thank you
ladies
very
and gentlemen.